Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
The guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense. Able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. He's not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones. And he's going to take him down with the first down at the Ravens 28.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. At the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they come out with a purpose. Give him 5 on the carry there, it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off the quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Throwing Jones. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Yard line, second and 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonnu Smith from 10 yards out. And the Patriots will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action now. Jackson forced out to his left.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right at the 35. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them. Right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because
and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
on 1st and 10. It's Dobbins.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to bring big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Dobbins.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is...
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's got room. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 75 yards, and the Patriots have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, Trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And the defense loses it. It's complete. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 62 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 9. Jones. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
136 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson.
And caught it up, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, Everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Escaping the pressure right. And down he'll go at the 25. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Off play action.
action. Jones. Flush to his right. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. And his kick here is good. And that will swell the lead to 16.
A second field goal here this third quarter, and his third of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to them.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
169 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now a play fake here on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Throwing again on second down. Jones eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Jones now off play action. He's going to let it go again. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Patriots continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far.
And into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10. He's going to try and take off with it.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
67 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point. On the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. The Patriots send out their punter as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. Good night, everybody.